Good morning. So today's topic again in cell organelle. Next organelle and a very important organelle, nucleus. Their structure and functions. Right. The cell nucleus is a membrane-bound structure that contains the cell's hereditary information and controls the cell's growth and reproduction. Right. It is a command center of the eukaryotic cell and is commonly the most prominent organelle in the cell according for about 10% of the cell's volume, and it is only present in the eukaryotic cell, and it is the most prominent and a larger organelle in the cell, right? In general, the eukaryotic cell has only one nucleus. However, some eukaryotic cells are enucleated cells without a nucleus, that is a prokaryotic, right? So for example, red blood cells, whereas some are multinucleated, consist of a two or a more nuclei. For example, slime molds. Slime molds having more than two nuclei, and in red blood cells they are enucleated. There is no nucleus. The nucleus is separated from the rest of the cell or the cytoplasm by a nuclear membrane. As the nucleus regulates the integrity of genes and gene expressions. It is also referred to as the control center of the cell. So this is a structure of nucleus. You can see the outer covering, we call it as a nuclear envelope, which is having a small gap or a pore. We call it as a nuclear pore, and again having a small thread-like structure which is a chromatin, and central large round dense structure called nucleolus, and the remaining part is a nucleoplasm. Right, these are parts of the nucleus. The structure of the nucleus encompasses the nuclear membrane, nucleoplasm, chromosome and nucleolus. Nuclear membrane, first part is a outer covering, nuclear membrane. The nuclear membrane is a double layered structure that encloses the contents of the nucleus. The outer layer of the membrane is connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. Like the cell membrane, the nuclear envelope consists of phospholipids that form a lipid bilayer. The envelope helps to maintain the shape of the nucleus and assists in regulating the flow of molecules in and out of the nucleus through nuclear pore. The nucleus communicates with the remaining of the cell or the cytoplasm through several openings called nuclear pore. Such nuclear pores are the sites for the exchange of large molecules, those are proteins and RNA, between the nucleus and the cytoplasm. A fluid-filled space or a prenuclear space is present between the two layers of a nuclear membrane. Next is a nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is the gelatinous substance which within a nuclear envelope, also called karyoplasm. This semi-aqueous material is similar to the cytoplasm and is composed mainly of water with dissolved salts, enzymes and organic molecules suspended within. The nucleolus and chromosomes are surrounded by a nucleoplasm which functions to cushion and protects the contents of the nucleus. Nucleoplasm also supports the nucleus by helping to maintain its shape. Additionally, nucleoplasm provides a medium by which materials such as enzymes and nucleotides, those are DNA and RNA subunits, can be transported throughout the nucleus. Substances are exchanged between the cytoplasm and nucleoplasm through a nuclear pores. And next one is a nucleolus. Next part. Contained within the nucleus is a dense membraneless structure composed of RNA and proteins called the nucleolus, which is composed of RNA and proteins. Some of the eukaryotic organisms have a nucleus that contains up to 4 nucleoli. The nucleolus contains nucleolar organizers, which are parts of chromosomes with the genes for ribosome synthesis on them. The nucleolus helps to synthesize ribosomes by transcribing and assembling ribosomal RNA subunits. These subunits join together to form a ribosome during protein synthesis. The nucleolus disappears when a cell undergoes division and is reformed after the completion of cell division. Next main important part is a chromosome. The nucleus is the organelle that houses chromosomes. Chromosome consists of a DNA which contains hereditary information and instructions for a cell growth, development and reproduction. Chromosomes are present in the form of strings of DNA and histones. Those are protein molecules called chromatin. When a cell is resting, that is not dividing, the chromosomes are organized into long entangled structures called chromatin. The chromatin is further classified into heterochromatin and euchromatin based on the functions. The former type is a highly condensed, transcriptionally inactive form, mostly present adjacent to the nuclear membrane. On the other hand, euchromatin is a delicate, less condensed organization of chromatin which is found abundantly in the transcribing cells. So these are the parts of the nucleus. Next, the functions of the nucleus. The nucleus provides a sites for genetic transcription, that is segregated from the location of translation in the cytoplasm, allowing levels of gene regulation that are not available to prokaryotes. The main function of the cell nucleus is to control gene expression and mediate the replication of DNA during the cell cycle. It controls the hereditary characteristics of an organism. The organelle is also responsible for protein synthesis, cell division, growth and differentiation. Storage of hereditary material. The genes in the form of a long and a thin DNA, that is a deoxyribonucleic acid strands, referred to as a chromatin. Storage of proteins and RNA in the nucleolus. The nucleus is a site for a transcription in which messenger RNA are produced for protein synthesis. During the cell division, chromatins are arranged into chromosomes in the nucleus. Production of ribosomes in the nucleus, those are protein factories. Selective transportation of regulatory factors and energy molecules through nuclear pores. So that is about a nucleus and the structure of nucleus and the functions of a nucleus. Next we move to the another organelle, that is a endoplasmic reticulum. So here it is having two types again, rough endoplasmic reticulum and a smooth endoplasm reticulum. So what is endoplasm reticulum? We call it as a short ER. So within the cytoplasm of most animal cells is an extensive network we call reticulum of a membrane limited channels collectively called the endoplasm reticulum or ER. The ER is named derived from the fact that in the light microscope it looks like a net in the cytoplasm. The ER is only present in the eukaryotic cell. However, the occurrence of the ER varies from cell to cell. For example, the erythrocytes, that is RBC, egg and embryonic cell lack in the ER. Some portion of an ER membranes remains continuous within the plasma membrane and the nuclear envelope. ER may be rough or smooth. The outer surface of a rough ER has attached ribosomes, whereas smooth ER does not have any ribosome attachment. The endoplasmic reticulum acts as a secretory, storage, circulatory and a nervous system for the cell. It is also the site of a biogenesis of cellular membranes. Now we study the structure of endoplasmic reticulum. The membrane of the ER is about 50 to 60 angstrom thickness and the fluid mosaic like the unit membrane of the plasma membrane. The membranes of the endoplasmic reticulum are found to contain many kinds of enzymes that are needed for various important synthetic activities. The most important are the steroids, NADH, cytochrome, C. reductase, NADH, diaphoresis, glucose 6 phosphate and Mg++ activated ATPase. The membrane of endoplasmic reticulum remains continuous within the membranes of the plasma membrane, nuclear membrane and Golgi apparatus. The activity of endoplasmic reticulum is well developed and acts as a passage for the secretory products. The ER may occur in the following three forms: lamellar form or a cristae, vesicular form or a vesicle and tubular form or a tubules. Right, first one is a cisternae. Right, rough endoplasmic reticulum usually exists as a cisternae that occurs in those cells which have synthetic roles as the cells of the pancreas, notochord and brain. The cisternae are a long, flattened, sac-like, unbranched tubules having a diameter of 40 to 50 micrometer. They remain arranged parallelly in bundles or stacks. And the vesicle, next part. The vesicles are a oval, membrane-bound vacuolar structure having a diameter of 15 to 500 micrometer. They often remain isolated in the cytoplasm and occurs in most cells, but especially abundant in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Next part is the tubules. The tubules are a branched structure forming the reticular system along with the cisternae and vesicles. They usually have a diameter of 50 to 190 micrometer and occur almost in all the cells. Tubular form ER is often found in smooth endoplasmic reticulum and is a dynamic in nature. That is, it is associated with membrane movements, fission and fusion between membranes of cytoactivity network. So again, types of ER: smooth endoplasmic reticulum and a rough endoplasmic reticulum. So first one is a SER. They are also called as a granular endoplasmic reticulum. This type of ER possesses smooth walls because the ribosomes are not attached to its membranes. The smooth type of ER occurs mostly in those cells which are involved in the metabolism of lipids, including steroids and glycogen. Example: adipose cells and intestinal cells, glycogen storage cells of the liver, conduction fibers of heart, spermatocytes and leukocytes. Next, rough endoplasmic reticulum. It possesses rough walls because the ribosomes remain attached to its membranes. On their membranes, rough ER contains certain ribosome specific transmembrane glycoproteins called ribofurins first and 2, to which are attached the ribosomes while engaged in polypeptide synthesis. The rough type of endoplasmic reticulum is found abundantly in those cells which are active in protein synthesis, such as pancreatic cell, plasma cells, globular cells and liver cells. So next, functions of endoplasmic reticulum. Functions of a smooth ER include lipid metabolism, both catabolism and anabolism. They synthesize a variety of phospholipids, cholesterol and steroids. Glycogenolysis, degradation of glycogen being polymerized into the cytosol. Drug detoxification by the helping of the cytochrome P450. The ER provides the ultrastructure skeletal framework to the cell and gives mechanical support to the colloidal cytoplasmic matrix. The exchange of molecules by the process of osmosis, diffusion and active transport occurs through a membrane of the ER. The ER is the main component of the endomembrane system and also called the cytoplasmic vacuolar system or a cytoactivity network. The ER contains many enzymes that perform various synthetic and metabolic activities. Further, the ER provides an increased surface for various enzymatic reactions. The ER membranes form a new nuclear envelope after each nuclear division. The SER contains several key enzymes that catalyze the synthesis of cholesterol, which is also a precursor substance for the biosynthesis of two types of compounds, the steroid hormones and the bile acids. The rough ER also synthesize membrane proteins and glycoproteins, which are contrastionally inserted in the rough ER membrane, thus The endoplasmic reticulum is the site for the biogenesis of a cellular membrane. So these are the some important functions of the ER. So by this we studied two organelles. One is a nucleus, their structure and function, and the second one is a endoplasmic reticulum and their structure, types of ER and the functions of the endoplasmic reticulum. Thank you.